Oh,
All right, so at any rate, greetings and welcome to the Table on the Tavern. I'm your host, Leon Jenkins, at Leon Jenkins One Gaming, and tonight we're going to be playing a little D&D because we're playing D&D. I brought along some friends. We're going to go around the virtual table, introduce some of them now. I'll see if we can see some of their shining faces as we go along. So first of all, we got Cody. Cody, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight.
I will be playing Eric's, a bard warlock. He's been tasked with some heavy decisions to make. We're gonna hope make some leeway on that tonight, and apparently got to go track down a madman and escort him wherever he may want to go. Interested to know where the madman wants to go. But for now, I believe we're in Chimeria. I don't exactly remember where. I believe we went back to the inn and we're having a drinking contest. And a few of us decided to drink some dwarven fire whiskey mixed with some venom.
That did
Decisions were made. Fun was had.
I believe that was
Oh my
between you and Grazel. Which we'll see if he ends up making the session. We have Virix as well. That is or Siobhan. She is currently on her way back from a quest of her own. Gone off to do some visiting. Don't want to get into her personal affairs, but she made a flight back home. Last I knew, she was in baggage claim and getting her stuff. Whatever. I told her no rush, so she'll join us when she can. Continuing on, we got Ryan. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight?
Hello, I'm Ryan. I will be playing Spencer. Uh, I am a student for mechanical engineering, and Spencer kind of fits that same bill. He is an artificer, a human artificer. He likes to cause a little trouble, and he's also a bit of a bookworm, so I spent a lot of last session in a library. Actually, the session before, but yes.
That you did. Continuing on, we have our other Cody. Says, hello, I'm Foley, and I've been playing or running various tabletop RPGs such as Call of Cthulhu and D&D for 12 years now. I've been gaming with Leon, that's me, for 2 years. Tonight, I'll be playing Rogar Wesson, a dwarf artificer who is an adventurer and now in Chimeria. Very good. And continuing on, we have Shotzi or Jessica. Jessica, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a bit about the character you're going to be playing tonight?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jessica. And tonight I will be playing Shotzi, who is a ranger elf. Shotzi struggles with herself because she's like 150 and hasn't really sensed a purpose. So most of her drive has been to figure out what the Black Hand is up to, what that's about, and why she and Virix became such girly friends. So I've missed a couple sessions, but I am ready to jump back into the adventure.
And I'm anticipating hearing from Virix before the night ends. Not sure about Grazel. I did play with him the other day, but I think he'll be coming back in. But before we continue making our way forward, first we're going to take a look back at what we did the last time we played. I see some stuff from Cody in here about asked Pat and Ryan about Cthulhu. No, sounds good. Okay, no. Missed us in a library and learning stuff. Hitting the fan. The world is going to be absorbed into the Shadowfell. The dead will roam. Sounds like that is a good portion of what was discussed. There was more than just that, but yes. Does anyone want to elaborate on that?
I believe it was the Prime Material Plane, the Feywild, and the Shadowfell will all become one if Valencia, Valentria,
Electric.
Valectria,
Yeah,
Valectria succeeds in her plans.
that does sound correct. So yeah,
That
and
sounds horrible.
that was also informations that was told in private between Zill and Virix, which is not here currently. And since that conversation has happened, she had been on her quest, as it were, so unavailable. So when she gets back this evening, she too will have a little bit of recap of what happened last session with you guys, which you guys, of course, did a bit of research and so forth in the library, right? You guys also ended up, I don't know, attracting some sort of attention to yourself as you guys were summoned before the queen. At least one of you was, and the rest of you were brought in tow. What happened
Right.
with that?
That would be. We got the port and I don't remember what we were doing, but all of a sudden we turned around and there were guards there requesting to see Master Eric. Needed that audience with the queen, and I got a Chimeria pin that
I see.
is kind of nice, and was given a little side quest of my own about some madman, and before that, I believe you were the only one that took notice of it because I remember you wrote it down. It was right at the end of the thing when I talked with my patron. Everybody we went over that as a yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
remember you
you look
rolled it
like
up.
you're acting a little different. That's right. I remember that. Like,
Uh,
hey man, what's up? You
I had
you look a little shady.
You look a little
to
unshady. What's going on? I'm
normal for some
Your
reason.
shades
What's
ain't
wrong with you?
working right. Like something's wrong.
not feeling the cold in the air, and the shadows aren't like creeping at my skin. What's going on here?
But now I have that Chimera pen that makes it where get into the library and set a few other places so that way I can do my research for other stuff.
I
We
get you.
learned that Rogar's dead dad's name is on a list on the queen's desk. Yes, so in Rogar's timeline that he comes from, his father died, and it seems now in here his name has suddenly appeared on the queen's desk. Whether that's related to him being in a different timeline, we have yet to discover. Okay. Um, let's see. Anything else about your meeting with the queen there, Erix?
Get it. Where'd he go?
I was I don't think this is what you're trying to remind me of, but I was hitting on the shapeshifter that was there and giving her a hard time that she didn't look like Lady Val.
She asked you about an object, whether or not you had this object in your possession.
Oh, the axe. I'm actually waiting for one of our Patriot side quests because when we got tackled by sirens a few things ago, she goes, "Oh yeah, fancy meeting you here. I need to talk to you." we still haven't talked yet because she went on her side quest. So I'm supposed to talk to her about the axe.
Yep, you need that axe. Okay. Um, she said she kind of kicked it underneath her her bed at home. It's kind of just chilling there, collecting dust bunnies. But in essence, no one really knows where it is except for her, as far as we know. So yeah, if you want to get it, you'd have to talk with her apparently. What else was there? Seemed like there was
We went.
something else.
I'm
Oh,
going to tell you.
didn't you
Say there.
guys meet some
We got
gnomes?
Yes, we met some gnomes that were creating a sort of light source and needed help with that, and I was helping with that. We also, while we were in the library, did gain some expertise in a way in certain subjects.
We studied. We got smarted cold.
Yeah.
Just
So tell you what, while we're waiting for Virix to get here, why don't you guys all take a level?
woo!
And when Virix gets here, she can take her level. And if
I can
Grassel
take her
gets on
level and
tonight,
level up twice.
he can take his. Okay.
Oh my goodness, we went from 1 to 9, y'all. Well, I did.
You were level 1?
I'm pretty sure we started this at level 1.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant you were still level 1 from last time. I'm like, damn.
No,
You
no.
were
Let's
really out
see.
of the loop, aren't you?
That'd be shit. Shitty.
Donkey shame. Oh, baby. Donkey shame.
It's like a chow. Oh, mine's taking forever.
Forever.
Yeah, precisely. Oh, that's nice. Hit points went up.
Okay. Hit points are always nice. Rogar got woo like Ric Flair. or is that like the Miz? Woo woo woo. Ah, okay. Fireball? Is that what you're saying? Fire? Did you get Fireball? Okay.
I also took a new spell, which I feel like will definitely come in handy. Um, I am preparing Revivify. Just in case,
I
especially
get,
since we're going to have a suicidal axe maniac running around. Uh,
oh, thanks. That just narrowed down my choices here. I get two new
No.
spells, and it's like, I don't know which one I want because I don't know what's coming up. Sort of.
All right. So, yep. Don't know what's
Because
happening.
my staff does quite a bit all on its own per, hits used out of it, but some of it's at will, and it's like that. My staff is the shit.
It is pretty awesome. Do a lot of things with that stuff. Uh,
Oh yeah.
you nearly scratched the surface for some of the things you have done with it. So,
And it,
let's go.
what
Rogar.
is your staff called, by the way?
Staff of the Magi.
Oh,
Yeah, Staff of the Magi.
let me look that up.
I don't remember where it came from, but I really like it.
Okay.
Oh,
So I actually ended up doing something a little. I ended up doing my warlock and got gifts of the depth, which makes it where I can breathe underwater and I gain swim speed equal to my normal speed. And I can also cast water breathing once without expelling a spell slot, regainable after a long rest. And then for my second one, I took skilled and I got gained proficiency with navigator tools, water vehicles, and arcana.
Nice. All
My
right.
staff can be a light at will, like Gandalf's.
And
That's
it's
good.
okay if I'm getting, tossed into the water or if I fall in or jump in and swim and I can breathe underwater. So, hey.
That is pretty damn cool. I don't have
And I
any
can
breathing
cancel
underwater
my
spells.
if someone falls in with me, I can give them water.
Okay, that
Do
is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's
Rogar
why I was
needs
like,
to make napalm now. Well, that's not
uh,
scary at all.
that that makes yeah. I don't know how to respond to that. The fact that you get to make napalm now. Um, dancing
he's
skeletons.
making napalm to act as his fireball spell. Is what I believe he told me.
Okay. So, with that, Rogar, you are headed about, the the crew finds themselves, occupied with the tavern life, drinking and celebrating, as it were. But you're a man of business. You have business to deal with, and one of them is gathering ingredients to make sure you can make your little napalm concoctions. And so you start stealing your way through the city, um, as you make your way out of the tavern, at the door, you're greeted by a woman. Um, she kind of blocks your path. She looks at you very warmly, but doesn't say anything. She offers you a hug. At first glance, she is unmistakably dwarven. Okay, barely 4 feet tall, broad shoulders, powerful forearms, uh, long, thick auburn hair, braided with shells, not beads, and freckles, with bright sea green eyes. She has a traveler's outfit that she wears. It seems to fit a little bit awkwardly. But yeah, she just kind of stands in front of you at the door as you're making your way through and kind of comes in to try to give you a hug.
Wait, who's trying to give who a
This woman, as Rogar's leaving to try to find ingredients for, making napalm and so forth.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check as you're trying to figure out what her intentions are.
She just wants to give you a hug. Seems so sweet and all. Just being friendly.
Yeah, I mean that's what it appears as Shotzi or Jessica said. She seems very very friendly, like she's very excited to see you. Okay. So she moves forward for a hug as you kind of step backwards a little bit, trying to figure out what she's doing. Um, you notice some details about her though as you study her. Tiny scales kind of shimmer around her temples. Her ears seem a little extra pointed. You're not 100% certain, but go ahead and roll me. There's something funny about her hands. If you want to roll me an investigation, you can. As she's reaching out to give you a hug.
Something funny about her hands.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of look at her hands a little bit as she's still trying to give you a hug, mind you. I'm assuming you're just staggering backwards.
That's a funny thing to try and image, like.
Kindness? How dare you?
Do you know who you're talking to?
Exactly. Who is this crazy hippie? So as you staggering backwards, yeah, you notice that there's something strange about her hands. Looks like there's some sort of form of webbing between her fingertips, between her fingers. Kind of extends across. But you also notice that when she's making her way forward, she is kind of staggering a little bit, almost like like she would have like a bunch of rocks in her shoes, but she's not wearing shoes at all. You notice that behind her as she walks, the little red marks are left behind.
They're not a crazy little hippie. Poor Rover.
She holds her hands up to her throat, and she kind of motions like no, and kind of holds her hands up to her throat, motioning,
No.
indicating she can't seem to respond to you verbally. But she she kind of looks a little bit sad, and then looks up, and it's like she goes like makes a motion like maybe something to write on.
No, I think charades is better.
Okay. Yeah, you give her a piece
Two
of
words.
paper, and she looks for something to like draw with. Uh, and then you see she just takes like her hand and rubs it through her hair, and she pulls her hand back down. It's a little bit moist, and she just kind of writes on squiggles on the paper, and you see BRYNJA Brinja, and she holds up that, and then as though that's her name, Brinja.
Cody says, so sorry, Rogar says, okay, lass, what is up? No disrespect, but I don't know you. And then he
Yeah,
says he gives her the paper.
right. She wrote on
For
the
the
paper
listeners.
his name, her name. Me, Rogar, I say, pointing to her and myself. Okay. Uh, she 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 continues to like look for something to write with, other than like her finger. You have anything besides the paper that's tearing as her wet hands with it?
I would not let her near my book with those wet hands. Absolutely not. uh, let's see.
You give her a pen. Okay. So she tries to, write out some stuff on a piece of paper. Okay. Um, Near as you can tell, she loves you. She loves you so much, so hard that she traveled a long way to see you.
What did he say? Shoot, some- oh,
Okay. Uh so she asks you
I would
for
like to
more
make a
paper.
medicine check.
What's that? Say
I
that.
would like
Say
to
it
make a
again.
medicine check to see if she's okay in the head.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make me a medicine check. You observe her.
That is a 13 plus, what is my medicine? Plus 3, so 16.
Well, one thing's for certain. Her condition seems a little bit difficult, as she seems to be bleeding from her feet. Those little red spots on the ground, that's blood. Okay. She seems to have some sort of webbed hands, and she seems very moist most of the time. She doesn't look like an amphibian, but she has amphibian-like qualities. It's very strange. You've never seen a creature quite like her before.
Interesting. Yes, like a humanoid pufferfish.
You give her a
Yeah.
couple of sheets of more paper. Okay. She starts, jotting down basically. So it's not actually like words she's jotting down, because she doesn't know, she kind of knows her name, and whatever. But you're getting as she's kind of writing down some sort of language. Okay. It seems like some sort of strange form of Elven. Does anyone
I
wanna?
could speak whatever language and or read whatever language I need to, as long as I can touch the words.
Okay.
I can do the
So
same.
you examine the paper when she's done, and this is Aquan.
Aqua.
Aquan.
Interesting.
Okay.
So bubbles.
Yes.
Bubbles.
Blurble gerbil.
She goes on to say that she made a deal with a sea hag that granted her the ability to walk on land. She she
Wait, that- Oh,
she saw you,
joke, right?
Rogar, as you made your way to Chimeria, okay, and thought you were the most beautiful and attractive thing ever. Made a deal so that for 3 weeks she could walk on land, and she needs to
Go on and
prove
kiss
to
her.
she needs to find true love, in order to remain as she is. Otherwise, she'll revert back to a merfolk and be confined to the water once more. Only true love's kiss can save her. And she puckers up.
It's the bitch. Kiss the bitch.
kiss,
Don't forget the
kiss.
tongue.
And then-
Yes, it is in fact
Yes, the little
dwarven
boy.
equivalent of My Little Mermaid. Or Little Mermaid. Yes.
Go on and
That's why I was
kiss the girl.
Wow.
As the second you said sea hag, I'm like, I already connected the fucking dots. Oh
Wow.
man. What an adventure
That
that was.
Ignore that was sitting on the those islands who came through right before we got to Chimeria.
Rokar kisses her.
And y'all chose to ignore her. Look what she did.
That's horrible.
Okay, so she's like, so what's up? Do you love me?
Reggie,
Yeah,
baby.
I'd
Make
be
you
wondering.
red.
I'd be wondering, when did she see him? And I kind of remember we had a whole bunch of merfolk when we were on the ship talking about like, y'all can't go over here, and then we just like, I think it was a Kraken, just been like, fuck them.
Yeah, it was about that time, and she was like, "What you doing in my waters?" And you kind of took off.
And then you heard,
Why-
Old Greg, yeah.
Here, please.
She brought the funk. She's got it in a box.
For some reason, she carries a fork with her.
That's not a fork. That's a comb or a brush. Okay. Rogar
Tingle
looks at her
hopper.
and says, "Sure." Then goes on his way to get supplies. So you just leave her there, dripping, sopping wet, bleeding on the floor as you go and get supplies. That's true love right there. I got to tell you.
That sounds
That's
like
true
that
love.
Shotzi did to Maury. Like, nah, no, bye bye. I
All
don't
right.
carry you across the desert. You got to go back.
Okay. So you guys see Rogar leave this poor dwarven woman wet on the in the bar, and she, as he leaves, she just, tries to follow, but she can't move very fast, as each step seems to be like excruciating pain.
I
And
just
so
pick her up and walk with her.
you help carry her.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
Uh,
really need a strength check for that because of my augmented strength from my armor.
she looks at you and smiles, and gives you a big hug as you do. Uh,
Whoop, whoop, gulp, gulp.
oh, uh, Spencer, now you want to make a wheelchair for
That's what his
her.
tools were for.
Now you want her to have a wheelchair.
Supplies. He needed supplies to make the wheelchair. I get it now.
Okay, so uh, you watch Rogar disappear into one of the alchemical stores, and you follow with the girl. So Rogar is explaining to him about how he needs some basically the equivalent of weak fire. As you bring in this very moist dwarven woman uh, uh, that can't speak, um, and put her down where like next to Rogar up at the counter. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer you to call her slippery at this point more. Just
Okay,
slippery.
slippery. Nice. Noise. Noise.
Nod.
Uh, so yeah. Um,
Oh my god, you guys.
At least we know what smells like fish. Oh, all right then.
I'm feeling a little burned. What the fuck?
okay. So yeah, Rogar. You're there getting your ingredients. He agrees to sell you the I guess oil and your essentials for for 300 gold. He tells you that he'll have them delivered to your ship. If that's that kind of thing. Meanwhile, the young dwarven woman just kind of waddles her way up to you and puts her arm on your hand, and then looks at you warmly and gestures by putting her hand over her heart, and then her hand goes and puts it over your heart. You know, uh, she's gesturing that if you want to roll an insight check, you can, but it seems like she's quite infatuated with you, buddy.
Infatuation.
Okay, roll an insight. Okay. Uh, she seems genuinely interested in pursuing a romantic relationship with you, based on love at first sight.
Come here, fishy.
Can you see past her being a different race?
Ow.
Or is Rogar racist?
She doesn't need to breathe.
Well, see, the thing is, it could be a texture thing. You know.
That's what clothes are for.
She doesn't need to.
Conversation.
You
Yeah,
just need to
that's
clean it
coming.
up.
That texture.
Okay,
She's
you
just a little
guess.
clammy.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So,
What's happening?
Oh,
we'll
my.
say that the general store guy or you're the alchemical he says he thinks he has a wheelchair in the back, so he brings one out for the young lass, and she sits down and kind of squishes into the wheelchair because she's always a little bit wet.
Sloshes into the wheelchair.
That's just.
The guy then studies kind of the problem for a minute about the woman not being able to speak, and says I'll sell you the wheelchair, and here gives you like a board and like a
A soundboard.
no like almost like a chalkboard of some kind.
Okay.
And like some chalk, so she can write on the chalkboard. Okay.
I immediately regret this decision.
She says he'll provide the wheelchair and the board for 2 gold.
Remember, if you give her that board, you have to listen to what she says.
He's writing it, fool.
Say. Throw the board at the back of your head.
This kind of sucks. It's chalk, because you know what happens when chalk gets wet.
I was just thinking that, like, how she got
Okay.
soggy salt chalk finger paint. Fingers.
Thanks, Cody.
I hope
Silent
it's not
and
chemical
loving.
for it.
Wow. Awesome.
Perfect 1950s housewife.
Awesome.
Silent and loving.
It's just.
That was sarcasm.
That doesn't sound like love either.
No, it doesn't.
And only true love's kiss can
All he just needs is another drinking contest. Be fine.
define true love. Let's go to the bar.
Let's get some surf and turf.
Okay,
Oh. Right.
They are the surf and turf. That was the joke.
Yep. I got it. Ew.
all right. You guys are making your way back to, I guess, the tavern or whatever with the wheelchair in tow. Pushing the wheelchair, Rogar, for your girlfriend. And
She's so pretty, man. Just great. I'm so proud. So happy.
Spencer,
Yes.
as you start making your way back, admiring what you've done, kind of true love's embrace, kind of cultivating love and whatnot. Only you can do things like that. Regular Cupid, you think to yourself. And clink, a pebble bounces off of your helmet.
Is there one for me?
You hear an exclamation, "Nope!" as you turn and see a young woman that's that sits cross-legged on a railing and of a nearby balcony, lazily spinning a rifle around one finger before catching it by the stock. She throws another pebble. Clink. I don't think it's a robot at all. Say, are you a person in a suit of armor or a suit of armor with a person in it?
I was trying to think of some sarcastic ass I'm like, hostility detected.
Blast.
Instant kill mode activated.
Here she sighed. Nice.
It's just a person. And please stop throwing pebbles. It really reverberates through my whole suit. And it's really annoying.
Okay.
I take off the helmet.
Oh, you're a boy.
I'm a man. Thank you very much.
I thought you might be a dwarf of some kind.
I'm just small. It's a difference.
Huh.
I'm vertically challenged.
I've seen dwarven plate before, and I've seen gnomes. I've even seen one idiot who tried wearing an animated wardrobe. She tilts her head. But you're something else completely different. So, you're not a robot, and you're not a dwarf, and you're not a boy. Well, anyway, my name's Rook. Whatever you are, it's pleased to meet you.
You as well. My name's Spencer.
Spencer. Interesting name for a robot. Well, maybe not a robot.
I'm Mark 7.
I knew it. That's robot talk.
I'm just messing with you.
So you, what do you need? Oil or something?
No, I'm all flesh underneath this.
Huh.
The suit and I separate.
So what are you poop in there?
I'm an artificer. Oh, yeah, it actually has a filter. So I can actually drink my own here. And there's a little flap that I can remove my feces.
Like seconds, and I come back. So you have poop in there?
You're a weird kid. You know that?
Yes, I do. I'm proud of it.
So, you don't use oil? You drink oil then?
No.
You eat normal food and stuff?
Yes, I do. I eat and drink what normal people drink.
Were you going to eat something right now?
I could. I could go for some food.
You you wanna share some food with me?
Sure, let's go.
Okay. She seems very happy. Uh, she tells you, I've been out of work for a while. Haven't worked with the Wyvern Corps for a long time. Since the incident.
Do you want to elaborate on what the incident is? I'm not from
Uh,
around here.
she says, well, what was it? Hold on.
The bite of 87.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Something ain't right.
Says no. Apparently they ran out of wyverns. So, you know.
That was the incident.
Yeah, they ran out of wyverns. Funny thing, wyverns and whatnot.
Yeah.
Only so many of them.
So you've ridden one of them before, huh?
Oh yeah, lots of times.
What's it like?
It's kind of freeing, first time's kind of scary, It's kind of like riding a horse, but not at all. A horse with like wings, and but yeah, kind of cool. But it feels like you can almost fly yourself, like you can go anywhere.
Oh, I can fly myself. Actually, that's what this suit does. It lets me fly for a short time at least.
That's pretty wild.
It takes a lot of energy, but I could do it. I just need a charger because my core is out of fuel.
Is that what the poop's for?
No. That's when I'm out of fuel.
I was hoping we'd have a Virix by now, but seems like she's still delayed. The drug deal had a lot to do with what I had intended for you guys doing some other stuff this evening, but it doesn't.
Is that why you've been playing Matchmaker?
I've been
To
filling
kill
in
time?
with fill-in stuff, yeah. Using some fill-in stuff to fill in stuff.
Well, we could have a
let's-
mealtime.
What's that?
Everybody go get. I said we could have a mealtime. Everybody
Yeah.
get some food, I guess.
Yeah. So
You have a
yeah,
boyfriend waiting for Shotzi too?
Uh,
We can go into that.
you guys
That's
all
funny.
find yourselves back at the tavern and eating dinner. Rogar brings his moistened girlfriend, scoots her up to the counter in the wheelchair. Rogar has this cowgirl friend that sits up next to her. She's got a duster. She looks like she'd fit right in Auroria. She sits down next to Spencer over there. Says, so what are these? Your friends?
New friends.
Does the restaurant have fish food? You ask the the waitress as she comes by. I'm assuming Rogar.
Do you have cod?
Okay.
Fishy fish.
She says, "Well, we do have fish on the menu if that's what you mean. Yes, we do have locally farmed from trout or even crab or lobster. There is even some Dover or sole fish and so forth. Tuna.
Do you have a seaweed salad?
What?
There is a seaweed. We can whip up a seaweed salad for you if you'd like, sir.
Sure, why not? Let's have that.
Okay.
Going a little light. I was
I
asking
tried
more for
to
the fish.
Mime
I'm like, I
this
don't know what
to
she eats.
bring her. Yeah, she's been listening and she scribbles on the chalk. Seaweed salad sounds good.
That's 2 seaweed salads.
2 seaweed salads. Okay. What does everyone else want?
I'll take this special.
Yeah, I'll take the house special.
Okay. They have perpetual stew, which is always nice. She says it just got fresh beef in it this morning. And potatoes.
Not.
Nice. Okay. So perpetual stew. What about you there, Rogar? You want some of that seaweed salad?
Mmm. Taste.
Steak and potatoes, dwarven fire whiskey. Okay. Yeah, she disappears and brings back your guys' orders. A few minutes later, you guys begin eating. The young girl, she says, "Sure, I sure do thank you, Spencer, for your hospitality and whatnot. What's your get up here? You don't look all like well, he looks a little bit like an inventor, but the rest of y'all don't look like robot folk. How'd you get mixed up with this group?"
It's a long story. I kind of dropped out of Sky from another world type thing. I don't really want to get into it. It's a long, tedious, complicated story.
Yeah, it is.
And what's with Misty over here, pointing at the dwarf in the wheelchair?
That's her stripper name.
Misty. She's over there eating her seaweed salad.
Steve.
Using a fork as a comb. Anyway, I'm just kidding. All right.
I visualized that the water avatar people like this, like yeah, you've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she looks like a dwarf, but yeah, she has like little I don't know, shells in her hair as is braided and done instead of just like normal beads. Her her ears seem like a little bit longer than Rogar's, almost elven in some way. She has like little what looks like scales and stuff like that above her eyes that you might be able to see as she might, turn this way and that way in the light. Her fingers, as you look at her, she has like little webs between her fingers. So she's definitely an odd one, a little peculiar.
What color is she?
Good question.
Or does she have a color? She's see-through.
A palish blue with specks of red.
Long, thick auburn hair braided with shells instead of beads. She has freckles, bright green or bright sea green eyes. Don't have color of her skin, but we'll say that she looks like an olive.
Oh, it's a super.
A seafoam green.
Seafoam green,
Super
yeah. As people are kind of staring at her and stuff like that, she scribbles on the chalk that she wonders, if she made a mistake.
I would just ignore them.
Do we have an standard with explore?
Say again?
I said, oh, just ignore them. Don't give them any mind.
Well, it's not so much them. It's she says, scribbling on the chalkboard. It's well, she seems to indicate that it's Rogar. He doesn't seem to be. She feels like she's more of a burden than a blessing.
I look at Rogar. I can't speak for him at this point. This is not something
We all
I
stop
can
eating
do
and
for
look
him.
at Rogar like.
Awkward.
As he's writing back.
DM, do an insight on Rogar. Okay. Okay.
DM knows all.
She's gonna. This is not gonna be something she's proficient with, so she's gonna get a +2 for her wisdom. Okay. She gets a total of a 13 for her insight.
He doesn't know. Yeah.
I never truly understood what insight does.
Insight helps you basically read a
encountered it.
situation, or gives you what your intuition would tell you.
Yeah, but I mean like the counter roll. So like if someone rolls an insight on you, I don't know what you roll for that.
So that's a great question. So it would be against how. So if I'm trying to, you're telling me something that for your character is untrue. Okay, you would roll a deception, and I would roll an insight versus that deception. Your deception determines the difficulty for me seeing through that deception. Same thing if you were trying to persuade me in something. I would roll an insight, okay? And the persuasion attempt is also the difficulty check in which I need to succeed. Reverse, would be, the same thing. I rolled the insight, and you have to succeed over that, or that or greater. Either way, that's basically what it refers to.
Got it. So what's a failed persuasion against a succeeded one?
Okay, that's a great question. So, let's say, okay, for a general thing, you as a character want a quest giver to give you additional monies for achieving a quest. Let's say that. Okay.
Sure.
The guy says, I'm going to give you each 100 gold. And you're like, well, maybe you could, you make it 125 gold. Okay. And then you would try to persuade him. Okay. Persuade him into giving you more gold. And he would, basically do an insight, basically, whether or not he feels like you guys are just trying to swindle him out of more monies, or maybe, that you guys could benefit, genuinely, whatever. And so he rolls you have to roll the persuasion over his insight, to see if he's able to be swayed by your words, whatever, to
Gotcha.
make him, decide, better of his decision, I suppose. So Rogar.
So if he fails his insight against your persuasion, he's more in turn to give in to demands.
He's more open to it. Yes. More
Yeah.
open to it. Right. Open to your suggestion.
Got
Rogar is more surprised. He doesn't know what to do now, but is willing to try. So far, he is still in his gruff, quiet nature, trying to figure out something, but a machine or a weapon. Right. Okay, so she says, essentially, you convey that with her. And she's just, this isn't something that this isn't what she expected, wasn't what she was, I don't know. She says, she just hopes that she's able to see that this was a good decision in the end, kind of thing. She hopes that she's able to have a life in this whole new world, as it were. A new gain a new fantastic point of view, perhaps.
Did you just pull up the movie?
He's quoting that
I
shit.
feel like you just pulled up the script and started reading it.
A new fantastic point.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I can't help myself.
My girlfriend's going to get a earful of what's going on in this game. Oh, man.
All right, so yeah, other than that, you guys have your dinner with no real event. Still not sure if we're gonna get a Virix or not. Doesn't I'm beginning to think we're not going to get a Virix, but I don't know. We shall see. But as you guys find yourselves in Chimeria, okay. Home of the Black Hand there, Jessica. This has been a long time dream of you to make your way, or at least learn a bit more about the hand. And you find Erix himself has seemingly found some connections within it with this new pendant that he has.
A pendant.
Did I hear library trip?
No.
Oh, I was going to the ship. I'm going to begin modifications.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way back to the ship. Uh,
Offering the woman to come with if she wants to see what it's like for uh, an artificer to work with his tools,
yeah,
sort of
she's
thing.
Like,
intrigued.
do we catch her name throughout the entire dinner?
No.
Yeah. She did have a
What?
name.
Just once before the dinner, she said.
Glub, glub.
I should write that down. Now I feel like this is becoming more important than a fling.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, find me a find.
Oh boy, where is it? It's here somewhere. Rook.
How do you spell that?
Rook. Rook.
That's what I thought. Okay.
All right. But yeah, you make your way back to the ship to deal with that. Roll me a on your character sheet. I added a skill.
Yeah,
For
I have
Tinker.
a +9 for a total for my skill checks.
And then for doing blueprints, I added another skill for that because you have a bonus when you're doing blueprints now.
Yes.
Ooh. New skill
Oh,
set.
right. That's only for the blueprints. I add that +1.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Since I already have the blueprint,
So you just be using the Tinker version of it.
Yeah.
Should both be
Okay.
on there.
Which is 8. Which is a dirty 20.
What is it you're trying to tinker?
Oh, I'm making the propeller for the back of the ship.
Oh,
It goes on jump.
Trying to increase our speed.
indeed.
It's going to be very necessary for us to get back as soon as possible.
You've heard that.
So you make a propeller or cast a propeller. Make a
Mhm.
make a cast for the propeller, whatever mold. Okay. For sure. Yeah, she's
Oh, I can
interested
do
to see how.
stand casting at will, basically, because of elementalism.
And of course, you have Thomas, young Thomas, helping you with
Yes.
with that. Your assistant.
Yep.
He's
You got an
interested.
assistant?
Yeah. As an assistant now.
Yes.
Me and Rogar have an assistant. Thomas, he's the youngest member of
Thomas.
the crew.
He's 14 years old.
You'll find him on the crew list. He runs messages to people. He also set up a room in the ship for Rogar and Spencer to do their tinkering. It has been assigned to them by Rick to be their assistant, as long as he maintains his duties of running messages. Still.
So they could teach him a skill, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Other than being wholesome. It was wholesome, so I remembered it.
So Jessica, yeah, Eric's. Any questions you may want to ask him? I don't know.
Was it just he and I now?
Well, you, him, and Rogar, and the elf or mer elf, mer dwarf.
Brinja?
And a few
Sure, I could,
random
maybe
patrons.
pull him over to the side and be like, so how you feeling these days?
Confused, but still looking for more answers.
Oh,
Not the
also, how
best
many
at
D4
asking
do I have to
questions,
roll?
but the best
Because
at
I rolled a
answering.
20.
What?
How many
What was
D4 do I have to roll for the time? Since I rolled a 20 on the Tinker check.
Roll 1d4.
1D. Okay, that's 4.
Roll it, roll it, roll
4
it.
hours. Sorry to intrude. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
No problem. So, Eric, you were saying? Oh, I'm sorry, Spencer. Or Shotzi, you were saying?
Um, well, I was saying that I'm not good with many answers, but I can ask questions.
Well, depending on the question, I might have answers for you, but if not, I know a place that's got them.
Well, I know that in Chimeria, it's all the Black Hand. I'm very interested in the Black Hand, and not one to want to go solo. Would you like to accompany me? You think the
Yeah,
library is that where I could probably find some answers?
you'll need a little help getting in there anyways, so it's best I come with. They're a
Okay. Well,
little strict who they let in. We found that out last time, and last time I didn't have my own library card, and I kind of hold up my glove because I have the pin on my hand.
okay. Well, I think we want to make our way to the library. Apparently, again.
Okay. So, Shotzi and Erix, you begin making your way over to the library. Anyone else wanting to go with them? Doesn't sound like it. All right.
I
So,
guess not.
all right. So, Erix and Shotzi, you make your way over towards the library. Of course, when you make your way over to the entrance, you're stopped by a couple of guards that then you show them your pendant on your. I believe you put it on your wrist here, and they open the doors for you to let you pass, let you make your way in. Go inside, and Shotzi, I know this is the first time you've been in here. You were expecting perhaps to see a library. Instead, you see what looks like a large, waiting room of some kind. See a large balcony that kind of stretches over a area where there's a lounge where different comfortable sofas and chairs and so forth, and as well as tables are laid out in this room. Okay, where you see people that are reading different books. Okay, but don't see large columns of books and so forth around. So, Erix, you make your way back over to where you were before, right? And kind of tap the little pendant, and conveniently enough, a portal opens up, blue portal that you walk through, and shown into what appears to be a void at first, but then you are, with a rush, find that you were in a huge, vast chamber filled with rows and rows of books, as though it's kept in another dimension within the tower itself. There you go.
Wow, that's a change of scenery.
Change of scenery.
Yeah, knowledge as far as the eye can see.
Wow.
So, with that, how would you like to proceed?
Can I locate the attendant that we were talking to last time? I have questions now that I have a pendant.
Okay. You
Yeah,
look
I'm
around.
gonna kind of stick with him since he's been in this place and seems to have the key card for everything.
Okay.
It's new to me too. I'm just now so.
You look about the recesses of the of the library itself until you do find someone, um, someone that is working at organizing books, putting them away bit by bit with a large cart they're pushing along. Um, you come over and ask them for help. Then
Yes.
so yes, they look up at you from their books, looking down over their glasses and ask, yes, how can I help you?
I'm looking for the restricted section, and I give a flash of my pendant. And I don't
Uh,
mean the gnome around.
There's a
uh,
restriction section.
she says, forgive me, but there's only so much that I myself am privy to. Um, that's something you need to have access for. And I know you have said access, of course, but as far as I understand, they're not necessarily here. Only one, the restricted section in which you refer to, that is restricted to certain degrees. Only very, very important people get to see those areas.
So do I not have access to that?
I'm not saying you don't. It's just that I don't personally have access to them. They say.
So I think she's saying she doesn't know where that section is. That's what I'm hearing.
Got you. Just making sure.
Says
understand.
I can of course help you with finding who does. Okay, and so you were looking for the lore master you spoke with before. So with a little bit of time, they track them down for you. You refer to your restricted session. I'm not going to beat around the bush for you. They tell you that what sort of books were you interested in?
Uh, and, and I lean in and I'm like, we want to know the history of the can.
The Black
Of
Hand.
the what? Oh,
Uh, um, I don't believe that's something that the library is going to exactly have. How do I say, detailed records on themselves? Um, but that doesn't mean that that's not something that is possible. But may I ask why you're interested in the Black Hand?
My friend here wanted to know more about it. Come a long way, so I figured I would use this fancy library card to see what I could find for.
Library card, yes, quite. Um, says questions like the ones you're asking are questions answered by by people of higher caliber, perhaps like the queen or those associated with her general or lieutenants, or those are the only ones that I would be comfortable asking about. In fact, the queen probably would be the best source. If anyone's going to know about your hand or whatnot, it would be them, right?
I see what you did there. I kind of look back and I shrug. I was like, well, that's what I got. I would like I would like a book of sea charts and current directions.
ooh, that's a good one.
I just picked up a proficiency with navigation tool, so I want to learn more way if I need to help the ship. I can help the ship.
Okay. So before we get there, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and roll me one of those persuasions about the informations you're looking for?
I like when you ask it like that. All right, let me pull up my whatchamacallit. All right, persuasion. $15 plus 12 comes out to a 27 persuasion.
Voila.
She says, there's not much of what you could say a written history of the Black Hand as far as what it is and what it does. So much. There's a lot of different perspectives and so forth. She says, but in all perspective, it all comes back to one figure, one figure from history, Lady Val. But they say that even Lady Val creating the Black Hand, that the hand itself predates Lady Val. The hand, they say, in some histories is referred to a league of assassins, or a particular assassin that is also associated with those like the Dragon's Bane, if you're familiar with the stories. Okay. Some say that the Black Hand is related to the hand itself, but the generational gap leads a lot of people to speculate, but nothing really connects them. But if you're interested in the hand itself, the Black Hand, and as I said, a lot of different perspectives, everything kind of leads back to Vel. Would you be interested in looking at one of her journals?
Of course.
Yes,
I'm
definitely.
like, I'd both be interested in that.
Okay.
Debbie, come here. I got film well. Come here.
So
Yeah, get the film.
there's something I put together for you guys, and I kind of thought this would be a fun little group thing. I'm oftentimes just reading a bunch of things to you guys or for you guys or whatever, but I got some stuff together for you guys to read. How would you guys like to take turns reading some stuff?
Did you freeze or did I freeze?
I still see you.
I still see you. You're glitchy, but still seeable.
So I wonder if you guys would. There's a little page here called "Visions Beyond the Veil." 1. Would anyone like to read that? Or, of course, I can do it if you guys don't want to.
I completely froze there for a second. I am okay with whatever is better. I'm just rebooting all stuff real quick.
You guys hear me okay?
Yes,
Yes,
now I can.
Yep.
So does anyone want to start, or do you guys want me to just do the thing I normally do?
Yeah, I'll start. Why not?
Okay.
Volume 1. Record by Velectria, Keeper of the Final Threshold. There is a difference between prophecy and vision. Prophecy declares what shall be. a vision merely reveals what may yet come to pass. I have learned that certainty is the greatest liar of them all. Should another read these pages after I am gone, understand this else. Oh, sorry. Understand this. Above all. Else. Understand this above all else. I was wrong many times. Sorry, I was zoomed in and didn't see the other words.
You're good.
I was wrong many times. May you have the wisdom to discover where. Does anybody else want to continue, or shall I continue?
I think you're doing fabulous, but
There's going to be
All
a
right.
lot of other pages.
Okay. The first vision. I stood upon a world that had already ended. The sky had not fallen. The seas had not boiled. No great fire consumed the heavens. Instead, something far worse, silence. Cities remained standing, but there was no laughter. Forests remained rooted, but nothing grew. The dead did not rest. The living did not age. Time itself seemed unwilling to continue. It was not destruction, it was completion. As though existence itself had drawn its final breath and simply forgotten to exhale. I searched for the cause. I found only shadow, so immense the mountains disappeared beneath its passing. I knew no name, only hunger.
whoa.
All right, so then we got another page. She presents to you.
Who's next?
I
I'll
got
read it.
kicked off there for a second.
I'll read it if no one else wants to, but I did kind of make this kind of for you guys to be able to do this. Kind of you guys participating.
Yes. Public reading is very difficult for me, so that took a lot of courage. If someone else would love to take over, that'd be great.
But I can do it all the same. Okay.
I think I only got one. Page 1 of 1.
So each one is its own individual page. Okay.
Yeah, the
you
next
got-
one is the second vision.
Mhm.
It starts with the second vision, I should say.
I'm trying, it's not working out.
So I also wondered if you maybe if you wanted to discuss some of these things you had read before continuing.
Oh, there it is.
All the same. Or we can just come back to it later.
Well, vision. Said
The
that
second
was a
vision.
Well, I'm sorry. Mine's taking forever to
No
load.
problem. The second vision. A woman of living stone stretched forth her hands, and the world broke. Not from malice, from necessity. Three became one no longer. One became three. Life, death, and all that stood between. She did not save us. She delayed the inevitable. For 1,000 years I cursed her. Now I wonder if I should instead thank her. So there's a note here, a margin note, written in the year 187. Okay. Godum understood something I did not. Delay is not failure. Delay is opportunity. Okay. So it appears she's talking about Godum. You guys, some of you may remember reading some stuff about how Godum created the Fae. She may very well have been seeing Godum creating the the three fields that we're talking about here, the Shadowfell, the Fae, and the Material, how they were separate instead of one entity. Maybe they started as one, and she made them into three. Okay. So,
Wow.
skips down to the seventh vision, from the second to the seventh. I searched every future in which the beast was confronted. Kings failed, empires failed, the gods themselves failed. Power answered power, chaos devoured both. Another note here. I have abandoned the pursuit of victory. Survival is the only meaningful objective. She's talking about something that seems to be coming. Something so powerful that even the gods themselves can't prevent it. The 12th vision. The worlds touched. For one impossible moment, life flourished without decay. The old walked as though young. The fallen rose laughing. The forest sang. Death itself fled. And I believed I had found perfection. Then I waited. What cannot end cannot begin. What cannot die cannot live. Balance collapsed beneath the weight of eternity. I watched paradise become prison. I closed the vision. I did not return. Has a note here, says, shadow without Fae is oblivion. Fae without shadow is stagnation. Material without either cannot endure. The world must become whole, but only long enough. So, she may be referring to her putting the three worlds back together. But the negative plane would destroy all life. The Fae would make it perpetual. Sounds like she's saying that everything alive never grow old, never age again, and everything dead will return on life. And it was just basically stagnant. The world just seemed to creep forward, but nothing really seemed to live anymore. It was more like total madness. Okay. So, there's more. Anyone else? Want to crack at it? Or should I continue?
I'm trying to pull it up, but I'm.
Ooh.
I was able to pull it up.
Okay. Go on, I could also just continue.
I could give a crack at it.
All right,
Okay,
give it
let's
a
see.
go.
All right. The 15th vision. I saw a city rise. Its foundation were older than memory. Its walls burned with runes no living scholar could read. It climbed beyond the clouds, while the earth beneath it broke apart. Those within wept, not from fear, from understanding. They had become witnesses, not survivors. Witnesses. The 21st vision. The beasts gathered, dragons, giants, things forgotten by history, things history was wise to forget. They were not imprisoned, they were waiting. Every nightmare the world had ever feared turned toward something far more terrible. None expected to survive, yet none fled. Margin note, year 61 Chimeria. Margin note, second one, year 690 Valencia. 690. Valencia understands. She never asked why. Wow, it's quite a beast abroad there on that page.
So, sounds like a bunch of monsters fighting something far worse. Monsters so fearsome that none of them would flee, but would stand their ground against whatever it was. All right. So the next is the 27th vision.
Mine takes forever to load. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I should have made them as JPN files and not PDFs. That way it would just be a picture that could easily be brought up instead of as a PDF. And then, a little bit more informations. I'll remember for next time. Yeah, it was meant to be something fun, not something that was supposed to be taxing.
Well, it is fun. I'm just apparently my phone's got a lot of storage issues. I'm okay if you read, Pat, so we can
Continue going.
Mine
keep
keeps coming
going.
up. I do apologize.
No, you're good.
My phone's not the best.
It's my fault for the file, for the source of the file. So, 27th vision. I see the beast once more. Not a beast. Never merely a beast. An ending. I finally know its name. Deimos. Ragnarok. The World Eater. The Devourer of Ages. Everything after this becomes difficult to describe. The worlds are no longer separate. The sky is wrong. The dead march beside the living. The forests consume kingdoms. The sea burns with violent fire. And still it comes. I have done everything within my power. I became what I swore I never would. I bound myself to death. I built sanctuaries. I gathered knowledge. I prepared kingdoms. I preserved monsters. I found my reaper. I even learned how to hold creation together for a little while. But there remains one vision I have never understood, one truth I cannot manufacture, one answer I cannot discover. The page is nearly empty. Only a single passage seems to occupy its center. Okay. The light of Fixius will ride upon the back of the Platinum Dragon into the mouth of chaos. I have searched every future available to me. I have found the dragon. I have found the battle.
You skipped the line, by the way.
Well, because it's not supposed to read it.
Oh.
So yeah, I realized that as I put that in there.
Gotcha.
These were notes. Like if I was to read it, this would be like, I would describe that below this, in a hand clearly written years later, almost pressed through the parchment itself, it reads, I have searched every future. So it's supposed to be like these. This was you saw the vision, and she wrote down the vision. And then years later, she came back and she wrote, I have done everything within my power, so on and so forth. And then later, there's a single passage that continues, and that's the light of Fixius will ride upon the black of the Platinum Dragon into the mouth of chaos. And then below it, in a hand clearly written years later, almost pressed through the parchment itself as that's been written very hard, I have searched every future possible to me. I have found the dragon. I have found the battlefield. I have found the hour. I have never found the light. If you are reading these words, then perhaps your search is about to begin. Okay. So this is supposed to be, her seeing all these visions and having a realization, she's kind of having a realization towards the end of this about, reflection. Okay? Reflecting. All right? And let's see here. All right, continuing. Okay? I have come to a realization that has haunted every waking hour since the final vision revealed itself. For centuries, I believed I understood my enemy, the paladins of Fixius. I called them zealots, fools, children clinging to stories while I wrestled with reality. Every obstacle they placed before me, I removed. Every fortress they raised, I brought low. Every order they rebuilt, I scattered once more. I believed I was protecting the future from the blindness of faith. Perhaps it was I who was blind. I have searched every vision, every possibility, every thread the veil would permit me to witness. Again and again and again, the dragon remains, the battlefield remains, the convergence remains, Deimos remains. Only one thing refuses to reveal itself, the light of Fixius. For years, I believed it to be a person, then a relic, then a title, then a forgotten god's final blessing. I have been wrong before, perhaps I have been wrong all along. What if the light was never something to be found, but something to be carried? If that's true, then all my preparations, my kingdoms, my bargains, my monsters, my ascension, my sacrifices, none of them can create it. Not even a goddess can command a soul to stand where every instinct begs to flee.
Damn.
Of course, there is more.
Of course, there is more.
It's me. All right. So it goes on. It says, faith cannot be forged. Hope cannot be summoned. A hero cannot be manufactured. There are moments, though I despise admitting them, even through these pages, when I fear I have committed the greatest folly in all of history. I spent centuries dismantling the Order of Fixius. I believed I was removing an obstacle. What if I was extinguishing a fire I did not yet understand? If the light is not a miracle bestowed by a god, but a burden willingly accepted by one who carries his light into the darkness, or their light, then perhaps every generation required those who remembered how. And I may have ensured they did not. If that is the truth, then no vision has ever shown me my victory, only my failure. Should these pages survive me, know this: everything I have done, every lie, every betrayal, every kingdom I have broken, every monster I have preserved, every soul that is now curses my name, I would bear the weight of it all again, if it meant this world had one more dawn. But there is one burden I cannot carry, one task beyond even my reach. When the mouth of chaos opens, when the platinum dragon takes flight, when the world becomes one, someone must choose to carry the light because they were destined, not because they were worthy, but because no one else can. If I have stolen that choice from the world, then may history remember me not as a savior, but as the architect of its final silence. If I have not, then somewhere, someone is already walking towards the darkness, unaware that they carry the only thing I have spent 3 ages searching for. And for the first time, and longer than I can remember, I find myself praying that they never lose faith.
Wow.
It seems that there's
That was deep.
a bit more. A lot of reflection, Lady Valhat.
So deep.
And it gets deeper.
Like a well.
This final amendment, or amendum, written what seems like centuries after the preceding entry. There is one memory I have long refused to commit to these pages. Not because I feared forgetting it, but because I feared remembering it. Long before the seas swallowed Aquilonia, before I embraced undeath, before I reached for divinity, there existed a relic known throughout the world as the Light of Phyxius. A sword, forged in an age now lost to history. It was said to possess the courage of Cal. Some believed the blade merely symbolized his sacrifice. Others claimed Cal himself dwelled within its steel. I never carried which one was true. Only that every prophecy I encountered seemed to orbit that accursed blade. If the light was to be extinguished, then so too would be the future it promised. So I did what I've always done. I deceived. I manipulated. I whispered truths wrapped in lies until others believed the decision had been their own. Heroes undertook the impossible. They journeyed where no soul was ever meant to tread. They found the sword. And by my design, they destroyed it. I remember the satisfaction, the certainty. I believed I had served or had severed destiny itself. I remember thinking, at last, the light is gone. I was wrong. The impossible happened. The sword shattered, but the light endured. It abandoned the steel as though it had never belonged there. It sought another vessel. Not one chosen by kings, not one ordained by priests, simply someone worthy to bear it. I watched my own eyes, with my own eyes, as the light clothed itself in mortal flesh. Ooh. All right. So, I can continue reading this. Of course. It's what I do.
There's more?
Okay. All right. So, a continuation of what that was. No relic, no enchantment, no crown. Only a simple soul whose courage eclipsed every certainty I possessed. Then, On the back of a steel dragon, they rode willingly into the plane of chaos. And once more the words returned to me. The light of Fixius will ride upon the back of the platinum dragon into the mouth of chaos. I spent centuries believing the vision had failed. The dragon was wrong. The prophecy imperfect. Now I wonder if the vision was never speaking of dragons at all. Steel, platinum, what difference does metal make to a prophecy? Perhaps I was searching for precision when I should have been seeking truth. Perhaps the dragon is simply the path. The mouth of chaos is simply its destination. And the light was never a sword. How could it be? No, the sword was merely the first thing I ever saw carrying. Perhaps the light cannot be held in one's hand, nor locked within a vault, nor broken upon an anvil. Perhaps it cannot be preserved, because it was never an object to begin with. Perhaps it's carried only in the heart of one willing to walk where no one else will. If that's true, then I have spent 3 ages searching for an artifact when I should have been praying for a hero. There remains one question I cannot answer. One that has robbed me of sleep sleep more effectively than guilt ever could. Has the light found another? Or, in my arrogance, did I spend centuries extinguishing the very faith from which it is born? All right.
Well,
Last one. Last page. Not nearly as long as the rest. You ready? If the light lives still, then there is hope beyond my vision. And if it does not, then history will remember me not as the woman who prepared the world, but as the one who finally succeeded in destroying the one thing capable of saving it. So it sounds like towards the end, Lady Vel began to believe that all of her preparations, all of her things that she has done is all for naught, because in her pursuit she may have destroyed the one thing that could save the world, which wasn't her. What is it?
The light.
And she's been trying to figure out what the light of Fixius actually is, and she can't seem to comprehend it. What do you think it is?
It is the faith of those of Fixius's followers.
Okay.
Kind of
And
reminds
I
me of Men in
hold
Black
in my
too,
hand
like the light of Zartha.
Okay. So, yeah, I like that. Yeah, for sure.
And I hold in my hands one of the last relics of Fixius known to man.
Do you?
I have converted the spoon to my hammer, and I now hold a relic of Fixius in my hands.
How about
You
that?
remember the spoon?
Yeah, so you destroyed one of the last relics of Fixius? That's what you're saying?
And remade it into a new one. So technically, it is a new item or a new relic of Fixius.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Carry that. Carry that relic in your heart.
Oh,
So,
it's a feeling. I guess it's yeah. That's my take on it.
you feel it.
I've got a
Heart,
feeling.
a heart of a hero, I guess.
Need the heart of a hero. I like that. So that's the one thing yeah, she doesn't have that. Okay? She does not have the heart of a hero. And it is the one thing that is required for stopping Deimos. Does anyone remember how Deimos was struck down before from the, earliest tellings of the ages of Thalia?
Nope, don't remember that one right offhand.
Okay, so they say that it was killed by the first paladin, Kay. So yeah, that would basically kind of circles back to what Spencer was saying. The light of those who follow Fixius. Kay was a paladin of Fixius, right? So maybe what you need is a paladin of Fixius, and what has Lady Vel done?
Wipe them out.
Wipe them out, right? And so now she's starting to see maybe, maybe she destroyed the one thing that could stop that all that, you know. Lot of implications, a lot of knowledge, a lot of stuff unpacked here.
Except I know one paladin of Fixius stuck in the future in a prison on the elemental plane of Earth.
Interesting. So Shotzi, you went looking for information about the Black Hand and ended up finding visions about the end of the world.
Yeah, I'm feeling some kind of way about all that knowledge.
So,
I
yeah.
hope I was able to.
Oh, yes, thank you, Eric's, for persuading this to happen.
But yeah, not sure if that's the information you were looking for, but I wonder. So, if one could say that if Lady Vel created the hand, the Black Hand, right, and Lady Vel has been, doing whatever this is that she's been doing throughout history with these visions, whatever, you could say that the Black Hand has been a tool for her to manipulate the world.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Through divination syndicates, okay, apparently assassins and spies, people like Zill that are willing to do things. I'd like to work on my napalm right quick after. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me up some tinker checks or I guess you can do them in alchemy because you're making napalm, right? Try not to blow anything up.
Napalm. Lots of napalm.
17 for alchemy. Yeah, so you end up mixing up some alchemy. We'll say that roll me a d4 for that.
While we are on the topic, I had put in the chat because I didn't want to interrupt anyone. I was looking to teach Thomas, and if Rook wanted to join in, she could. I wanted to teach them the cantrip elementalism.
Elementalism. Okay. And you're trying to teach who this?
Thomas, and if Rook wanted to join in, she could.
Okay. So you're teaching class on how to do magic.
Yes.
Okay. That's kind of cool. All right. There's no way that that's going to turn out bad.
No, not at all.
No.
It's elementalism.
Okay. So we'll say you start spending some time trying to teach them magic, essentially. Rogar, you ended up making +1, so it'll be three units of your napalm. Okay. With that, it's getting kind of late here. It's almost 11 o'clock. We still haven't seen Virix. There is some stuff I wanted to do that regarded her, and I really don't want to go too far ahead without doing some of that, because I kind of want to get you guys all back together. I'm sure she'll be back next week. Jet lag and whatnot. I told her not really not to worry about it too much. I'm not too concerned. It's no big deal. Got to do a little role play with you guys and introduce a couple different new characters with you guys. Shotzi, I don't know how your search for the Black Hand is going to continue going. How you continue looking for more informations, but appears like there's not a whole lot of written information about the hand exactly, but there is written information about some of the visions she had. It seemed like you guys, Erix and Shotzi, you could also draw the conclusion that there was a lot of visions that were done, and apparently, this is only a small portion of them. Therefore, there may be more collections of different visions and things of different nature that they may have pertained to. And maybe you can get a hold of that information too if you guys continue scratching the surface. Of course, that means more of me just reading information to you guys. Seems like you guys enjoy that though.
I wish mine would usually read. I was looking forward to reading it. But before we wrap it up, can I look for one other thing in the library real quick?
Sure.
I'm looking for navigation charts, like sea charts, flow chart.
So roll me a investigation.
See, I can look over at him and ask Eric, do you think she still gives visions? Like, do you think she still talks to people?
Talks to people? Yes. I was a 24. I'm absolutely positive she talks to people. And I kind of, raise an eyebrow, like, she talks to me once in a while, and she's clearly not here.
Okay.
Are you wanting to talk with her?
Maybe not here, since he has requested other information, but I'm sure, later on, maybe a table at the tavern, we can talk.
Okay. So, her. Let's talk a little bit about her. Why don't you roll me a history check there, Shotzi?
History. Of course, D&D did it. Reload.
And by the way, with your D4, roll me, or with your investigation, roll me 2D4 there, Jody, for Erix.
My history check came out to a 12.
All right. And Eric's, what did you roll for your D4s?
I am currently rolling right now.
Oh, you're good.
It's you.
Two. So you find two books on the subject in here that kind of pertain to what you're looking for. Different maps of the known world and whatnot. Different oceanic systems and different trade routes and whatever. Shotzi. Lady Val, the girl that wrote those visions that you were reading.
Mm-hmm.
So during the course of her life, she ascended beyond mortal life. She turned into a lich at one point and now is actually a goddess of death and knowledge, and the patron to which Erix gets his power, and perhaps even Syl. So she's not mortal anymore. She's not roaming around Chimeria. She's a celestial being from another plane beyond.
Okay.
She's transcended beyond mortal. Okay. So with that, unless there was anything else anyone else wanted to ask about you or whatever, or can't wait till next week. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Technically, anything can wait till next week.
No, I got the books I need. Study them next week.
Okay. What you got there, Cody? Foley?
Yeah, I'm okay with the stop and spot. Like,
Me to make a fan for a spell. Very good. Sounds like a plan. All right. So yeah. Okay. We'll pick it up next time. Hope you guys all had a good time. Remember, we're all in this world together, so be kind to each other because we're all, all that good stuff. And
drink Dubby energy.
I was about to say, head over to w.gg, use the link in the description below, and use the promo code JAKES10 at checkout to earn yourself 10% off your order. And until next time, say goodnight, everyone.